Hey guys, and welcome back to a new video. This time we'll be diving into setting up Steam Advanced Sessions and Steam Sockets using our latest pack, Lazy Dev Multiplayer Kit. So first off, this is a blueprint-oriented project, so we're gonna have to convert this into a C project. All you gotta do is go to Tools, New Class. You can just say None, Empty Class. You can leave My Class, you can leave it like that. And we're gonna be adding the code to the project. Can take a while. Right now it wants me to close and build from IDE. It says, would you like to edit the code now? In this case, we don't. So we can now basically turn it off. But before we do that, I'm also going to enable Steam Sockets already, because you're going to enable that also. Close it up. In case you don't have advanced sessions set up, choose your engine version that you use, which it supports, LazyDev supports up to 5.5 and up. So anything above this will work. And for any version that is 5.6 or higher, Steam Socket is required. That's why I'm doing it by default. If you're using 5.5, you don't need to have Steam Socket set up, but on higher versions, it is mandatory. In case you want to have the code that I used, check out my latest video, Steam Sockets in 3 minutes, or look up the Unreal Engine documentation to copy your version of the engine. Link is in the description for that. So for mine, I already have it. So if we go now to our project here, we're going to make sure that we have everything set up here. I'm going to right click once again on my U project and generate project files. Might take a while to do. All right, once it's done, we're going to go into the config, default engine .ini, and I'm going to grab my copy and paste code, and I'm using app-id 480 for testing. Scrolling all the way down, and then I'm going to paste it in here, and making sure that I'm using the Steam Sockets net driver. And in case you have your own app-id, make sure to have it here. If you're using your own app-id, make sure to upload your game to Steam in order to test, otherwise it won't work. Once that's done, we can then go back. We can then open up the project and ask us to rebuild it, which we're going to do. Might take a couple seconds so it can compile the project. Right, it is now built. Now the project's going to open. We're going to make sure that everything has been checked on, such as the advanced sessions and Steam Sockets, which we have already. So if we go to Steam, we can see this is Steam Sockets on. Check the advanced sessions, which I don't see currently. And let me check if it's on. Does not look like it because we have not added it yet. So if we go here, right click, new, plugins, we're going to make the folder called plugins, and then we're going to copy advanced sessions in here. And that's these two, and not the example blueprints. One more time, we're going to reopen the project. Now we need to check if they're already on. Advanced sessions, and there should be one more, advanced sessions and advanced Steam sessions. All right, perfect. Now we're going to go into the folder, blueprints, widgets, menu, and then we're starting with the host here. I'm going to dock it in here. And once you want to host a session, we're going to remove the default create session node and search for create session advanced. And then we're going to re-add everything here. Player controller, our Mac sessions, and to see if we're using LAN. Going to keep this the same. Compile and save this. Now whenever we go to our server browser, we want to go to our find sessions, replace this with find session is advanced. And the same here, we're going to re-add these pins here on success and our session results. And since we also want to be able to invite our friends using Steam, I'm going to blueprints, core, and then we're going to base classes, and then we have our game instance, and we're going to reparent this to the advanced friends instance, which is the advanced friends game instance, which comes with advanced sessions. Now we can expose things such as on session invite accepted or on invite received, so you can know who invited you. So in this case, once I get invited, we can do join session, person invited or session to join, and player controller is just get player controller, like so. All right. Now, if you want to test if our setup's correct, we can use a standalone mode, or we can make a simple development package to check if Steam's actually working. So in this case, I'm going to make a Steam package to test if it's working or not. So I'm going to go to development. I am going to include my maps into the build. So I'm going to advanced. And I'm going to search for list of maps to include in package build, which is 3 maps. I'm going to go to multiplayer, maps, gameplay, multiplayer, maps, lobby, and this is maps menu. And we're going to make a simple package, development, package project. I'm just going to do it in the same folder here. And then we're going to wait it out once this is finished. And there we go. It is finished. Now we're going to go to our folder, which is here. Now we see Windows. It is important that we have Steam open. If you don't have Steam open, you will not get that you will see in spacebar. So we're going to wait for Steam to open. Close it up. Go back to our build. Double click. Yes, we want to allow it. Now when we do Shift Tab, we can see we're in spacebar. That means Steam is actually working and our overlay is active. And now we can host and join a session. To test it with your friends, make sure that they be in the same region, because the app ID 480 is region locked. Or if you're using your own app ID, make sure to upload it to Steam, otherwise you cannot test it like this. So this is all you got to do to set up Steam Advanced Sessions, and see you guys in the next video.